why would you would say, why do I think that this is the most important component? Like just now, Ms. Vidya Reddy said that after parents, children listen only to the teachers. They idolize only teachers. And they think that whatever teacher has said, that is the gospel truth, and even the parents cannot change it. You must have seen it a lot of times. No, teacher ने ऐसा ही बोला, यही सही है. You cannot argue with them on that one particular point. So because they think that the knowledge, education, it all comes from the teacher. And there are times when they will not express their doubts to their parents, but they will express to the teachers. Parents inadvertently, especially when their children are young, they are busy nowadays with their own jobs, their own problems, their own issues, let it be family, let it be outside the family, social or professional. They literally do not have time to look after children. Let's accept this fact, especially the youngsters who go to both of them, like working parents. They just come and they think that and very naturally so, that if child comes and asks them something, they simply say, I've been harassed through the day by my job, by my boss, everybody, and please don't add to it. क्या चाहिए बोल? पेंसिल खरीदना है खरीद ले, नया फोन लेना है ले ले, but मेरी जान छोड़. This is actually, I'm telling you, this is what they think, that all affection can be compensated by gifts and money. They do not want to pay attention, or rather they do not have time to pay attention. And that is why each and every new gadget that is available in the market, each and every new toy that is available in the market is with every child. You will find the latest computers, more biggest iPads, and rather the most expensive computers, iPhones, whatever they demand, it is being given. Every child nowadays carries a phone to the school. And now that is where the problem comes. Children do not have the attention or monitoring of the parent. They have access to anything and everything that they have. What will happen? When the kid has free time, he will just try to figure out what can be done, how to pass time. And earlier they used to go and play in the street. Nowadays nobody goes to play in the street. Because we never had access to any of these things, so there was no other way except to go and go to the street, find our friends, fly a kite, or to even play gilli danda or maybe cricket or something. But nowadays it doesn't happen. It just does not happen. The only interaction they have with friends, and I think there are a lot of internet jokes and WhatsApp jokes or that the only interaction that we have with our friends is only online. Even if you are sitting across each other, they will try to chat online. This is the situation. Everything is available. Now, how do we control this? People who are there to take advantage of this situation. And don't think it is limited only to the girl child. No way. Boys are as much abused, young boys are as much abused as young girls are. Only thing is that they have a much larger sense of shame. And much worse is that nobody takes them seriously, even parents. If a girl child is abused, parents will be slightly concerned. Boy child, they'll say, "ठीक है यार, कोई बात नहीं, keep away from that guy." That's all that is there. 43% of our boys are abused. 50% of our girls are abused, young ones. Then it's a malaise which we are not willing to accept. Parents definitely, because of the social pressure, family pressure, peer pressure, or just sheer out of fear of handling an issue, they try to brush it under the carpet. And that is where the problem comes. That if the child thinks that he or she cannot go to even his parents. Because parents say this uncle, that relative, because majority, trust me, 90% of the abuse comes from family members and friends. Family friends, so-called family friends. I don't know how many of you may have experienced the same. There will be, I'm sure, if you take any sample, about 50% will recollect that this is what happened to me. At that particular point of time, you may not think that it has happened, or this, what are the implications of this, but definitely it happens. Now, you are in a position where a child, when he or she is not heard by the parents, where shall he or she go? Police is an organization available. NGOs are available. But what personal connect does a child have with either the police or an NGO? None. When he can't even, or she can't even trust his own or her own parents, how can he simply go and open up to a new guy, new person? And especially police, who they think are intimidators. So, opening available, the only decent opening available is with the teachers. And that is why our teachers play an extremely important role in this whole issue. But sadly, even teachers, the schools, they are turning them down. स्कूल का रेपुटेशन खराब हो जाएगा. कोई अब मेरे अपने बच्चे को स्कूल नहीं भेजेगा, ये स्कूल में नहीं भेजेगा. If my school has this kind of reputation that such and such case has been detected, nobody will send the child to the school. Denial, is it acceptance of a melody which is going to continue? Why can't we as teachers, or rather you as teachers, you can simply say, yes, come to me confidentially, we'll try to deal confidentially. And I can assure you we can keep it quiet. We need not let it go out of proportion, let it go out. But it is our responsibility. We as police people, we are aware that these issues are there for the society, for the school system, teachers, everybody. And that is why we say that yes, if you come to know of something, please do let us know. We'll try to keep it quiet. It's a job which NGOs can facilitate, which the police can do, but I am sorry to say, yes, the first onus is on the parent, but the second biggest onus is on the teachers. It is time that we in school, in fact I was suggesting the other day in a seminar, that we should have a small kind of a booth or a room where a child during the recess can go pick up the phone and at least vent it first to somebody who he knows is somebody trustworthy. Maybe on the other side of the line there's some teacher, he knows it's a teacher or a counselor. At least let him or her first go and say, this is what has happened to me. What do I do? Seek advice. But again, in privacy, because for them also it is important, the sense of shame that has been inbuilt in the system, that a child, even a child understands that is something bad has happened to me or is happening to me. But let them just vent out. Let them be assured that your identity will be kept a secret. But tell, so that we can advise. One or two maybe calls, either personal or on telephone, things can work. And if you simply try to devise a system like that in the school, where anybody can, with some kind of an anonymity, even in the class, that he or she, in some free time, in recess time, somebody can go somewhere and just it's like a confession box. Normally the confession box is, "Son, the Father, I have sinned." But no, it is not his or her sin. It's somebody else's sin which is very large on their mind. And that is how it should be treated. We should be aware first. We should be able to accept lot of teachers. ये गड़बड़ में मेरे को नहीं फंसना, तुम जाओ प्रिंसिपल के पास, जाओ काउंसलर के पास. Why should I get involved? Because it's something which is unacceptable for people of our age. We have not seen these kind of things. Like Ms. Vidyanidhi was saying that we have not grown in this age. We grew up in a totally different environment, with different society. And all of a sudden we are faced with this kind of a problem which is embarrassing, which is heavy on our head. And we also are totally at sea as to what to do. Then it is normal. The first reaction is to flee rather than fight. So, छोड़ दो, मेरे पास ये मेरा काम नहीं है. I don't want to get involved into this. Go to so and so, because it's they have been designated. It's everybody's job. It's our child, your child, somebody else's child. Let us face the problem squarely, because we are ultimately playing with somebody's life. And online sexual abuse, yes, it is a fact. It is something which is happening every day. There are perverts. There are people who are willing to pay money for it. And it is not limited to our society. It is all pervasive throughout whichever society you may take. Right from most modern to most primitive. Most forward-looking to most conservative. Only thing is, it's not talked about. This is where we have to make a start. We have to give them the confidence that if something happens, please come out, tell us. We will take care of it. Because by preventing one person or identifying one person who's been doing this or who's been abusing, we can stop the online or otherwise abuse of many others. It is the first success of a predator that makes him encouraged, or rather encourages him to take it up further. And as I said, that if he has a perversion, subsequently he goes out or she goes out and then tries to take, and finally when substantial number of material is available, then it can be sold, and it can be sold at a premium. See what we are facing today. Please accept this. It's not that what we were rather raised to handle. First part. So it is an onerous responsibility for all of you to accept that yes, this is what is happening, and we have a responsibility to our future society, to our children. Today it might be somebody else's child, tomorrow it will be yours, your grandchild, your own child, child of somebody who's very close related to you. Then what? Then are you going to keep quiet? No. So let us face it together, let's come together, let's network together, and there are NGOs who specialize in these kinds of things. They can tell you how to help things out. Police is there to sort things out when it goes out of control. But let us put our heads together and ensure that we can minimize the risk of a child to such online predators, online abuse.